No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car?
Yeah.
That's what my husband's balls smell like. Oh my God, I hope he's not mad.
Wow. God damn, she's saying you got stinky balls, nigga. Fuck. God damn. Akaash sings Humiliation ritual just got way worse. Video by American Redact. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Man, this situation is the gift that keeps on giving. A round of applause for Akaash, man. Because not only is he supporting this gold-digging hoe, as we accurately describe this woman, I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman finding a man more attractive because he is successful. This woman right here is a bona fide gold digger. But we got to give Akaash his flowers because not only is he supporting her, so many YouTubers are eating good this month because of that boy Akaash. And I'm one of them. Anyway, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's go.
There's no way a girl this beautiful doesn't break my heart. I was like, there's no way this isn't going to end with me with egg on my face.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait.
That boy Akaash may not know how to pick women, but he sure can tell the future. You got all kinds of egg on your face, my boy.
Till you fucking see him, his body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
All right, so it seems that Akaash,
the legendary Nav with the 10-incher,
sings brutal humiliation ritual just continues to get worse. Because it's almost been 3 weeks since Myron from Fresh and Fit exposed Akaash's bizarre relationship with his wife, how she fantasizes
Bro,
about—
that sucks, man. Akaash, you gave Myron the only win of 2025. You gave him his first and probably only win of this year.
Other men on her podcast, and how she reminisces on all the fun she had in the frat houses back in college. Which doesn't even seem that bad until you realize that she tricked Akaash into believing that they were both virgins up until their marriage.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this, do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what?
Bro, if your girl is over the age of 25 and she's relatively attractive, unless she's literally coming from like an Amish plantation, unless she's literally coming from a world where she wasn't allowed to have a smartphone until she was 18, and she walks around in ankle length dresses all the time. If that ain't your girl, bro, she went to a regular college, a regular university. She likes to listen to rap music. She wears makeup. She dresses sexy. You are an idiot if you think she's a virgin, bro.
But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sure. Did you lie, or did you come right out and say like, oh, me too? Or was it, what did that conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said it.
Blacked out?
She said it, and then I was like...
When she said, I'm a virgin, you went, your heart exploded?
Yeah,
Well, he got happy. He said nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
a stallion compared to anybody else.
That's great. So happy.
Yeah, that for sure.
So relieved.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
Wait, okay, I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God.
And the whole thing was so explosive that it pretty much nuked the guy's entire online presence and reputation. And the worst part about this is that the story hasn't even died down yet. If anything, it's just starting to blow up.
God.
And honestly, it's become so mainstream.
Bro, can you imagine you're a famous celebrity and whenever you type in your name, you just see a tsunami of videos of people calling you a simp? And not just calling you a simp, bro. They got receipts. They got more receipts than anybody ever had for a fucking anything. They got more receipts than Walmart, nigga. God damn.
that it's now permanently attached to Akaash's brand, ruining both his reputation and his career as a podcasting comedian. Akaash's comedy largely revolves around criticizing other people's relationships, and most of the viral clips of his routine online have to do with him calling couples.
Bro, they about to do Akaash like how they do Adam 22. You know, anytime Adam tweets, somebody's posting a GIF in the comment section in the responses to the tweets of his girl Lena the Plug getting just decimated by a 10-incher. Wow, I didn't think I'd use that twice today. Anyway, they about to do the same thing to this guy, bro. Anytime bro posts a video, anytime he tweets anything, somebody's gonna be in the comment section, you know, reminding him that his girl is a goer
out in the crowd. But that really just won't work anymore since everyone knows that he's the biggest doormat of all time. I mean, we're already seeing it happen because during his first comedy show after this whole story broke, he was apparently extremely awkward about the whole thing, and it was clear that it was affecting his act.
Yeah, listen to this.
Like, according to one of the audience members, he pretty much used his time on stage as a therapy session, pleading with the crowd that his wife is loyal.
Oh man, let me read this shit to y'all because it's bad. So as he said, somebody went to his comedy special in the midst of all of this. This couldn't have happened at a worse time for this guy, bro. It's so sad. So somebody actually went to one of his comedy shows, and this is what he said was the experience. I went to the 7 p.m. show last night, and it was extremely awkward. He was clearly not processing this situation well, and he ended the set 20 minutes early. I only found out about his wife the day of the show, and honestly, after seeing that set basically be his therapy moment about it, I am way more suspicious of the controversy than before. This is clearly something he's insecure about, even though he tried way too hard to make it seem like he wasn't. It continues. He spent the first 10 to 15 minutes of the set talking about the controversy, how his wife has been loyal to him, and everything she has been saying is just jokes, and is fine with him. No one in the crowd knew how to take this information, and I truly believe that the majority of fans there had no idea any of this was going on. This only made him spending like 1/3 of his set on it even more awkward. He then proceeded to jokingly call his wife a whore every time he brought her up. Oh God. Wow, that's his way of coping with this shit? Fuck. Yeah, I was talking to my wife about this, how he thinks that he is still holding on to some aspect of his masculinity by telling his girl to shut up, calling her names and things of that nature. He thinks that that balances the disrespect or the power, but it doesn't. It makes you look more pathetic, actually.
Going through it.
Because in all the ways that matters, she is walking all over you.
Wife single-handedly ruined his career and then bragged about it for clout. Like, she's trying really hard to be this girl boss influencer, but it's only resulted in the destruction of her husband's livelihood.
No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know, when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car? Yeah. That's what my husband's balls smell like. Oh my God, I hope he's not mad.
Wow. God damn, she's saying you got stinky balls, nigga. Fuck. God damn.
Also, on top of the fact that it's likely ruined his comedy career.
Yeah, yikes.
What's even worse about this whole thing is that it's likely destroyed the dynamic he has with Andrew Schultz and the guys on the Flagrant podcast. Because the Flagrant podcast has always loved to clown on guys in these types of relationships.
Whatever makes you sleep at night. Yo, do you think that your girl has slept with 3 times the amount of guys she's told you?
Why the fuck did you just ask me that?
I need to make it real.
I didn't say body count. I said I want to hear about a couple of the previous.
Why you want to hear? Why?
I just want to see.
What are you gonna get out of that? I
just want to make sure. I just want to make sure she got good taste.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit.
Just make sure she got good taste.
Wow. Akaash talking about that's cuck shit. Fuck.
I mean, they probably have over 100 episodes torching Will Smith and everything his wife said about him in the media. But now that Akaash was exposed as the biggest cucumber king of all time...
Bro, and you've thoroughly dethroned Will Smith. How long did Will Smith make it in that marriage before we knew that Jada was a demon? I mean, you just married this chick yesterday, essentially. And at least Jada gave him kids, you feel me? And has contributed to the marriage. Yes, we know Will is a superstar, but Jada has had a somewhat successful Hollywood career. I mean, how many fucking AAA movies have you been in, nigga? Me, 0. And so we can give her that. Do they even do that? Is that AAA? I know it's for video games. Do they call it AAA movies? You know, big blockbusters. She's been in X-Men and shit like that. And so she's contributed at least to the relationship. You got nothing but a fucking wallet-sucking, zapping vampire. Golly. Yeah, you are now worse than Will Smith.
Dynamic really won't work anymore. I mean, Andrew Schultz is never going to let this go. And you can already tell that he finds this whole thing to be absolutely hilarious. Because the flagrant guys actually ended up responding to the whole thing while Akaash was away on vacation.
Because this dude is a fucking snake, bro. Him? This guy's a snake if I've ever seen one.
And it seemed like they were desperately wanting to make jokes about it, but knowing how much it's eating away at Akaash, they just didn't.
Changed on it was raining, and now it's sunny. Like the
Akaash is in India or Dubai.
A planned trip.
A planned trip that was planned before this madness. Okay? He's there. And obviously we want to talk about what's going on, but we don't feel right talking about without him here. So once he's back.
Look at him holding back that fucking smile, this fucking demon. Akaash is surrounded by nothing but fucking just horrible people, bro. His wife is a horrible person. His friends are horrible people, especially this guy, Andrew Schultz, who he'd probably regard as his best friend. And that would probably suggest that you're also a terrible person as well. I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have that conversation.
These are the kind of people you're surrounded by and you attract. Who is this with the painted fingernails? Okay, all right. That's how they moving, but okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? When you are surrounded by the same kind of people everywhere you look, it probably means you're just like them.
I'm sure that will be spirited.
climate change.
Climate change is crazy, man. It's crazy that climate change.
Baking soda.
Yeah. Baking soda.
So we're not going to make any jokes, bro. We're not making any jokes. We're trying to treat
We're not making any jokes because we're a serious political podcast.
Yeah, we're high tea, man.
High tea.
And you could tell that they wanted to clown on him so bad, but held their tongues out of respect. Because in the Patreon episode they recorded later this day, they essentially roasted Akaash the entire time. And as a result, a lot of the episode is just a censored, blurry circle.
And we do it all over.
Oh, that was crazy. Cut that.
Bro, you ain't got no friends, gang. You ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends. They didn't even have the decency to not crack jokes about it on camera.
How do you want me to cut it out? What did
you want to cut?
I don't know. I don't even know.
What did you want to cut?
I don't even know.
Also, how would you do it? Well, would you just leave this really funny part in and then cut a random part and then we come back with
absolutely do that.
So what would happen? What was happening in that moment? Were you getting a little wild?
Nah, you said Akaash and then it was a cut.
I see.
See, there we go.
That's interesting.
No.
If he makes you cut it all, you better tell me.
I will.
No, wait, no.
I want to hear all that same energy. I want to hear all that same energy.
I want to cut up. I'm saying it right now.
Anyway, what y'all want to talk about, man?
That's tough.
Nothing now.
That's
I mean, you
tough.
just know that they have a separate group chat where they send each other all the clips of Jasleen disrespecting Akaash into oblivion. Also, just based off the way they were acting in these clips alone, it's almost as if they were relieved that the truth about Akaash's wife is finally out in the public. Like, they've probably tried for years to hint to Akaash that his wife is a monster that only loves Akaash's money. Because the fact of the matter is that the wife has disrespected Akaash basically the entire time they've been together. Like, there's not a single photo or video of them online sharing.
Look at her dodging them kisses, man. That was just a kiss on the cheek. He wasn't even trying to go for a kiss on the lips, and she's still dodging that shit. That's crazy.
Kiss or even pecking on the lips. In fact, she always manages to dodge Akaash when he tries to go in for a kiss, even at their own wedding. Also in that same wedding video, she couldn't even say that she loved Akaash. She instead repeatedly says that she felt love from Akaash, which really can't be normal on the day of your wedding.
That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. But even if you take a look at the kiss she gave him on his wedding day, look at this.
So in that same wedding video, she couldn't
Oh
even...
my God, bro. That is the most puckered, like tight lip grandma kiss I ever seen in my life. You ever had to kiss your grandma on the lips? I did. She old. Right. She very old. Come here, baby. That's how I used to kiss her, when I kiss her on the lips. That's how she kissing her husband on their wedding day after they said, I do. God damn, that's tragic.
say that she loved Akaash. She instead repeatedly says that she felt love from Akaash, which really can't be normal on the day of your wedding, right?
The first day I met Akaash, I felt like I could feel love from him. And then the first date and the first time.
Wow! Bro, look at what, like, you gotta pay attention to the tiny things, bro. The body movements.
I felt like I could feel love from him. And then the first date.
Look at this. He did this. You see that? You're trying to kiss your wife in a wedding picture, and you hit her with this on her chin, leaning in. Obviously, you're asking for a kiss. She ain't even move an inch, bro. In fact, if you pay close attention, you can kind of see her bracing herself for the kiss.
And the first time we kissed, and the first time he asked me to be his girlfriend, and on, I felt so much love from him that at the wedding mark, I didn't have any expectation for that feeling.
She sees Akaash as her goofy little brother, bro.
To increase, but that feeling has increased where I feel
even though he's 10 years older.
Even more love from him than I ever thought that I could.
Funnily enough, though, out of all the things to get defensive about, it was the whole kissing on the cheek thing that made her make a response video, where she makes the excuse that she's just really uncomfortable with PDA, which honestly would be a good excuse if she wasn't on TikTok and her own podcast talking about all the sexual fantasies that she's done and wishes that she could do.
And then I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA, physical touch. I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually work through with my husband because that's his love language. And I feel like for him, he tries to do physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through in high stress situations because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are
on your wedding day. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that.
And like my mother-in-law is there, my mom is there, and Akaash will tend to kiss me when there's a lot of people around, and sometimes I'm overstimulated, so I'm just like, oh, so yeah, if you want to know like my whole fucking psychosis.
And so even if
this is not a thing, by the way, this is not with the person that you're sexually attracted to. With everybody else, sure. And PDA, that's a thing. Like, you don't want to be putting your tongue down somebody's throat and all that in public, even if you love that person immensely and are very attracted to them. I understand that. Me personally, I'm not a PDA guy. You're not going to see me walking around with my girl being slobbering all over her and shit like that. But things like hugs, holding her hand, things of that nature, you do that all day. But when you take a look at that tight ass wedding kiss, when you take a look at her dodging even a little peck on the cheek, shit of that nature, while being very comfortable talking about how she popped that pussy for those frat boys, she got niggas on a rotation, she trying to have an orgy with Nav so she can sit on the, I already said it twice, I can't say it 3 times, not in this one video. And so, you know what I'm saying, it's like nobody's buying that shit. But this is what she does. She tries to gaslight Akaash through social media. She's talking to Akaash right now. She's not talking to any of us. She's not talking to the internet. She is trying to convince Akaash.
For the truth, it still doesn't justify not kissing him on the day of their own wedding. Or even just recently when Akaash proposed to her the second time while they were in India. Like, if you haven't seen that clip already, it's really bad.
It's brutal,
she not only
bro.
dodges Akaash's kiss after he gets on one knee to propose, but after seeing the size of the diamond that Akaash sadly paid a lot of money.
Guys, last time I said that might be a 3 carat. Ain't no fucking way that's 3 carats, bro. That is 4 carats. You are looking at least $100,000 diamond ring. Ooh. boy, golly.
Before, it was literally all she could talk about for the rest of the video.
And since I am renewing my vows, I think the only thing to do is propose again.
Oh,
This makes me want to throw up. I can't lie to you guys.
Will you
Like
be
I'm getting,
sing forever again.
I'm becoming ill.
yes! Oh my god!
Take that drinky thing off. Drink eating.
Did you guys know this? Yes! Oh my god! How big is this?
Big enough for you to shut up every time I tell you.
Thank you so much!
You see what I said earlier about how he thinks that's how he balances the scales by talking to her like that? Shut up. Calling her a whore on stage and shit of that nature. That does not make you look any better, any more in control, any more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm.
What do you say?
She couldn't even give bro a kiss. Not even a kiss on the cheek.
So good.
Oh, man. He just kissing her so much. This is horrible.
Looks so beautiful. Oh my god.
You peed on Courtney Mustard.
So yeah, as you can see now, it's becoming more and more apparent that the only reason she's with Akaash is because he is a millionaire. Like, she straight up doesn't have a job and just spends Akaash's hard-earned money all day long, which she shamelessly brags about on her podcast.
But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money. That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
And so I think when she says these things, she thinks she's being some kind of stand on business.
Day before a girl's trip?
And so I think when
Oh no! Oh, you when a girl like this go on a girl's trip, you know what she doing, bro. Good Lord, I hope she didn't go to any of the Caribbean islands. Ugh.
she says these things, she thinks she's being some kind of stand-on-business girl boss influencer or whatever you want to call it, but in reality, she just comes across as the most ungrateful person of all time. Because she actually could have a decent job right now. Like, someone found her LinkedIn profile and she actually has a pretty respectable resume, so she could be earning a pretty good salary. But instead, she just chooses to waste Akaash's Patreon money on designer bags and clothing while pathetically pretending to be an influencer. So the size of Akaash's bank account
$7,500 bag, Lord,
is the only thing that keeps her around. And unfortunately, if this whole controversy ends in divorce, she would effectively own 50% of everything Akaash is worth, as she's confirmed that they did not sign a prenup. Because, and get this, she thinks prenups are red flags.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like, if I asked someone to sign a prenup.
Bro, this situation is so bad that I feel like it makes men not want to get married. Even if they're with a wonderful girl that is nothing like this chick, just seeing something like this makes you like scared of marriage, bro.
Because I had some like booming business. Then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then
it's like watching somebody get like bitten by a shark. You know you have a better chance of getting hit by lightning. But if you just saw somebody got chewed up by a shark, nigga, you not going in the fucking water. You be like, I ain't going to the beach ever again, nigga. Fuck that. I saw a nigga got bit in half. Fuck that.
If a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
I hadn't.
So yeah, this just really looks like a lose-lose situation for Akaash Singh.
Why do you sound surprised when he heard that? He was like, you would have called off the wedding? Oh, God.
He either ends things with her and loses half of his lifetime earnings, or stays in this extremely unhealthy relationship and retains the Akaash Singh label that's been
Somebody need to put this man on suicide watch at this point.
Handed to him by the public, which unfortunately he will probably do. Like, he lives this every day. And sadly enough, he's even talked about how he manages his feelings in the relationship on a podcast he did months before this all went down.
Yeah, it's turbulent.
So we didn't have any tools. Our fights would get crazy.
Oh no.
Like I am very calm with her until I'm not, and then
Oh yeah, you an emotional bitch too? Surprise, surprise.
Hard for me to cap the end.
0 to 100 in a second.
0 to 100.
0 to 0 for 10
That
days.
is not, that's, I don't know why men think that becoming super furious and angry and out of control, that you like, he's saying that like, yeah, like a lot of dudes are gonna relate to this. Bro, you just as emotional as the guy who can't stop fucking crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something you should want to share with people, that you get like this. You know, and I ain't gonna pretend like I ain't never lost my temper with my girl. But he's describing his relationship in general as turbulent. And so he's probably having interactions like that once, twice a week, which is horrible.
That's not going to make you feel safe either.
No.
So it was a lot of therapy. As soon as we got together, I'd been thinking about therapy for a while, and I realized I love this girl, and I don't even think I knew how much until therapy. But like I was like, yeah, I love this girl. This girl I want to make it work with. I can't let this get in the way. So I started therapy 2016, I think.
Regardless of
that was before you got married. Bro, I never fought with my girl before we got married. I never fought with my girl before we got married. I actually never fought with my girl before we had kids. That was the first time we actually fought, was after we had kids, because of all that pressure, but also because we were married. Like, me personally, bro, I don't believe that you should ever fight with a chick before marriage, bro. Either you're not compatible or you're still immature, which means you for sure should not get married. Here's my advice to you. If you don't marry anybody, you can't go 6 months without fighting with. If you can't go 6 months without fighting with that girl, do not marry her, because you are about, when you get put in a marriage, that's like now putting it in a pressure cooker, bro. When you're not married, no strings attached. Yeah, you're committed to each other, you're loyal, but there are no real responsibilities. It should be light and fun and just enjoying each other's company. If you need space, it's easy to get space. You can just go a week without seeing them if you want to. It's not a big deal. It's not hard. Maybe if you live together, okay, now it's a little bit more pressure. Living together, I would say you shouldn't be fighting. And there's a difference between, you know, a disagreement. Maybe you did something that unintentionally offended her. She did something that unintentionally offended you. You talk about it. You work through it. That's different. You know what a fight is, bro. You know what a fight is in a relationship. It's fuck you energy. It's I can't fucking stand you energy. Let me be clear what I mean by a fight. It's digging for hurtful shit to say, bringing up old shit to throw it in there. Like, that's a fight. That's a real fight. We're not talking about like a little disagreement, you know, a little bit of hurt feelings. That's not what I'm talking about. If you're living together, okay, maybe once a year, that's okay. And that's already, to me, that's like the limit, bro. If you can't go 6 months straight without having that kind of a level of confrontation, y'all are not ready to get married. So either you're too young and you need to grow up some more, or that person is not the right person for you. This nigga was going through that shit on a weekly basis before he was even married. God damn, man, this is so sad.
He does, though, no one is ever forgetting this, especially because he's a comedian who used to clown on guys for being in quote-unquote down bad relationships. The only thing Akaash has going for him right now is that he doesn't have a child with the lady. Like, even if he has to hand over 50% after a divorce, he can still slowly make that back.
And you know what? You know, if she had a kid, that baby is getting taken care of by butlers and nannies and daycares. She is spending 2 hours a day with that infant.
But once a child's in the picture, it will be 100% over for Mr. Singh, and he will be trapped forever.
Gosh, like, please don't divorce me, because my credit score is fucked up too, and it would leave me in a really bad position. But then I guess, like, I just would go to OnlyFans or something like that, and like it would
Hell you will.
It will even out. No, I said if, like, God forbid, you know.
If I divorce you.
Don't say that.
But you said it.
Why are you even joking about that?
I'm not joking. You're joking about
Wow, this woman is a level 20 manipulator, bro. Look how easy she just flipped that shit on that nigga so quick. God damn.
Getting on OnlyFans if I
said if.
She just joked about on the internet starting an OnlyFans account, and somehow he's the bad guy in this situation. Lord.
I wouldn't do it anyway. Those are my feet.
Well, don't even joke
Don't
about
joke
it.
about my feet.
So yeah, I think it's safe to say that his wife has done irreversible damage to his career, his well-being, and his reputation. And the craziest part is that he probably won't do anything about it. Fortunately though, he will be back on Flagrant soon to discuss his side of the story, which hopefully will result in a full-blown intervention. So when that happens, I will definitely be making a video.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna eat good off of that one, without a doubt. But, you know, I didn't think shit could get worse. But, hey, it did. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.